3, 2, 1.
The PowerKast Progression, radio with power.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the PowerKast Progression, radio with power. And today, it is storming out, so this can be a storm edition. We're going to get Marky Marc right here, live. Just one moment. What up?
What's up?
PowerKast Progression. How's it going, bro?
It's going good, man.
Is it storming by you? Because it's storming out here.
It was. Yeah, it was storming,
yeah.
but it stopped.
So today we're going to be talking about physical media versus digital, and also modern gaming versus retro, and a little bit of AEW chit chat as well, because we did forget some things on the last episode. We apologize.
Yeah.
About WrestleMania, we forgot some stuff. Also AEW.
Hell yeah, let's do it.
All right, we're going to talk about physical versus digital. So, in your opinion, are you a physical guy or a digital person with gaming?
With gaming?
Honestly, not just gaming, anything. Like
movies, gaming, everything. I'm a physical guy. And everyone knows that because everything I'm always buying DVDs, Blu-rays, 4Ks, steelbooks, even video games. I think it's better. I mean, I get it. I guess you can get a better deal with video games and you can just download it. But at least I think with movies, it's better to actually hold it, show it off. You know, that's how I feel.
Yeah, I agree.
You know what? When it comes to digital, it's pain in the ass with movies. Like it's not simple. Like, you know, you gotta download it on a laptop, or you know what I mean? You gotta have something to store it. You gotta have space, and then you gotta link up the account. Like I don't got time for that. Like I just want to pop it in, watch my movie, have a good time. You know, that's just me. Like, I mean, I get it. I get it why people do it. And I guess Netflix is good. But I still would rather physically. If I really like the movie, if it's a movie I don't really like, you know, it's like, oh, I'll just watch it on Netflix. But if it's something I really like and it's one of my favorites, I'm going to get it on physical. I want it. I want to show it off in my collection. I want to show it off on my shelf. Like, I'm proud of it.
I agree. Like something about just having a physical like copy of it, it just feels, I know like we don't technically own it. Like it's kind of like we just own a license, I guess, something like that. We don't actually own but in our minds, we like to think that we own it.
Like, I'll give you an example. Like, you've heard of the movie Taxi Driver, classic movie. And they had this on 4K steelbook. I mean, look how cool that looks.
Yeah, and that's something you can't get with a digital copy, that cool artwork.
That looks so cool. Like, you know, you can't. Or
you're not going to get that experience with a digital copy.
Or Halloween.
That's dope.
Like, this is a 4K, you know? Like, there's just really cool things, you know? I mean, I don't get everything on Steelbook, but the movies I really like, I get them on Steelbook, and I'm glad to have them. Like, this one is really cool as well. Guardian of the Galaxy 2. Like, that's classic. You know, like you can't get that when you get the digital code.
No. And don't you have to go to like a website too just to watch it and like store it and all that?
Yeah. They have like multiple websites you have to go to. You got to make an account. You have to have something to save it on. You know, so something my friend and I, we tried once to do it, and it was a pain. It was just a pain in the ass. Like because he wanted to watch it on his TV, but then he didn't have that certain app for the TV. I don't know. And then he tried to save it on his computer, and then it just wasn't working. And it was just like both of us were like, "This is a pain in the ass." Like, it's better to just watch the damn thing and pop it into the Blu-ray player or a 4K player.
Nowadays, everybody loves everything a pain in the ass. It's like, what happened to just popping it in and watching the damn flick?
Yeah.
Like, yeah, you had to deal with previews and fast forwarding and stuff you don't like, but like, I don't know. To me, it's easier than, I don't know.
This is kind of funny. There's one chick I was talking to. This is a little bit ago, and I told her I collect movies and stuff, and then she's like, "Why would you collect movies? There's Disney Plus."
Disney Plus, I'm going to say this right now. Disney Plus sucks. You want to know why it sucks? It doesn't even have the 90s childhood movies I grew up with on Disney Channel. They're missing a lot of flicks. I bought it recently, Disney Plus, or rented it or whatever. They're missing so many classics on there. I'm like, this blows.
I mean, don't get me wrong. They got some great shows on there. There's some The Mandalorian.
Yeah.
Like, that stuff is really good in some of the classic TV shows, but I'm not gonna sit there and trade in all my physical media, you know, because I'm afraid to store things. Like, I'm not. It's a part of me. I like when people come over and I can show them all the things I collect. I'm proud of it.
Thing is, you would think they would have everything though. Everything Disney, like everything, and they don't. They're missing a decent chunk of stuff. Do you remember the movie Under Wraps? The Mummy one? Do you remember that or not?
Oh, yeah.
They don't even have that on there. That's a fucking classic. They have the remake. They remade it. I'm like, where's the original?
Yeah.
And do you remember the Paper Brigade?
Yes.
Not on there. Why? That was classic. What? Yeah. So I don't know. I didn't use it. I bought it. I'm like, this is garbage. Where's my 90s classics? What the fuck?
I gotta say, one thing that is cool, but I don't even need it because I already have a bootleg copy of it, is they have the complete series of Recess on there, which is actually, that's pretty dope, but I don't need it because I already have that shit. So
they got good shit on there. I'm just saying they're missing stuff where I'm like, eh. It's like there's no reason to not have some of the stuff.
And I don't have Netflix, but I've had it in the past. And I found myself, I'm not saying it's bad, and I probably will buy Netflix again or get someone's password or something, but it's not enough for me just to say I'm going to give up collecting physical because of Netflix. Like, I think it's a cool addition because there's some cool programs on there. They got their cool little TV shows. But you know what I'm saying? I'm never going to be one of those people that's like, I'm done. I'm selling all my stuff because I have Netflix. I have this channel. I have Hulu. Like, you know what I mean? I'm not going to give up collecting because of that shit.
It's a cool option, but it's not like a good replacement, in my opinion.
That's all
I like it as an option, but not a replacement.
I think it's just dumb getting judged because you like collecting shit. And then you got the it takes up so much room. You're a hoarder. That's signs of being a hoarder when you collect DVDs and Blu-rays.
You have a mental illness.
Yeah, she told me. She's like, people that collect have a mental illness. Whatever.
I don't know. Everybody knows me. I'm a physical guy all the way, so.
Yeah.
I mean, I do stream. I like Pluto TV. Pluto TV is amazing. Hundreds of channels, old school 90s stuff. You got on demand on there. I like it as an option. Like, oh, this is cool. I do like Tubi TV. Tubi is a good app. Hundreds of movies. A lot of good ones I like. Netflix, garbage now. I don't like Netflix anymore. I don't know. There's good apps, but as far as like buying a digital movie for $20, I don't want to pay $20 for something I can't physically hold in my hand, check out the artwork, put it on a shelf. It's not the same.
Yeah.
And that's a lot of money for something stored on a cloud.
Yeah, you got to pay extra money for that, or you got to get some. I don't know all the details about that, but I mean, you got to store it somewhere. Got to be physically stored. So laptop, some kind of storage device, right? I mean, you're the storage guy.
Well, I know when it's on the cloud, it's like you can't rely on the cloud forever. Where is this cloud going? Is it going to be taken down someday? Because they can take down, an internet cloud anytime. And where's all my movies going? I don't like that.
Yeah.
I don't like that worry feeling. Like, I don't know. Like, can we really rely on clouds forever? Like, as far as like you said, like if I could store it on a hard drive, that would be cool because then I feel like I could take the file, copy it on a hard drive or a USB device, flash drive, and then I kind of can. But they won't let you do that because then that means you could just copy the file and give it to anybody.
It's got to be on some website, right? There has to be some option.
Yeah, it's got to be some stupid website with a cloud. I'm like, I don't want to do that. I want it. I want a physical. If I'm gonna buy a digital, I want the actual file on my computer. I don't want it on some stupid website.
Yeah.
And they don't let you do that, which I understand piracy. That's why.
Yeah. Like I don't mind. Like I don't mind digital if there's some movies that I kind of like, but at the same time I don't. They're not enough to own. Or if someone shared me some of their their password, I would be fine with doing that, and watching it here and there. I'm just saying, like, I'm a physical guy and I'm never going to stop that. That's all I mean. Like, I'm not going to just one day be like, yep, I'm done. I'm getting rid of all my stuff. That's not happening.
Some people do that as they get older, their mind changes and they're like, do I really have enough space for all this shit anymore? And they get rid of it, unfortunately.
Well, I mean, I know things change if you get married or what. I mean, there's some life decisions you have to make, but I don't want to give it up. I have no plans of giving it up.
Now, over time, though, you're okay with selling certain items you don't care for anymore. You're okay with that, though, right?
Yeah, I'm okay with that.
Or trading stuff in trades.
Yeah.
I've always been more of a trader.
Yeah.
Like, okay, I don't really care for this movie or game anymore. I'll trade it in for credit and then exchange it with something I want.
Oh, I've done that. There's been, at one time I collected, I had some movies. I'm like, I don't feel like I'm going to watch these again and then I traded a whole bunch of stuff in and I ended up buying the TV at Disc Replay. You know what I mean? So it's like, that I love doing that. If it's like something you really don't want and you buy something more.
Totally agreed.
Yeah. I've done that plenty of times. I mean, that's why I have a 4K TV now, is because I I wanted to get a good deal, and it's like this TV's great, and got it at Disc Replay, and I paid a lot less than I would have at the store credit. I think I ended up paying like $100 for a good deal for a 40-inch 4K smart TV.
I love store credit. One of the greatest things ever because they give you a lot more in credit all the time.
Yeah.
It's sad because some places don't have places like mom and pop stores like Disc Replay, and they only have GameStop.
Yeah.
They'll give you $1.
I gotta say, Disc Replays, they're very fair with their prices. Like they give you a good amount, and you get a little more if you do store credit. A lot of places don't do that. You're getting the same amount no matter what. So that's pretty cool. Like when you trade in stuff at those other stores you go to, is it just a flat rate they give you, or do they give you a little more for if you're just trading in, you just want store credit?
If you want store credit, usually at mom and pop stores, they'll give you more in store credit anywhere because you're buying stuff with their credit, so they're making, I don't know. You always get more.
Yeah. Well, is that how it's like at the places you go to?
Yeah, any place. It's always like that.
But I know sometimes they pay less. They pay a little less.
Honestly, like the stores around me pay around the same. Besides, PlayOn's a little less, but they go off GameStop prices, which I don't know why.
Which is crazy. You think they could afford to pay a little more since their stuff is so fucking expensive.
Yeah.
Like and that's my advice. My advice is to anyone who is looking to buy video games or movies, like do your research. Like don't just go to the first website. Like really look around on eBay, because that's what I've done. Like I've actually looked on eBay and I found really good sellers and I got stuff cheap. Like that Sega Saturn, I got that for a great deal. I got that cheaper on eBay than I would have if I bought it in the store, like at a Disc Replay or one of those video game stores. So you really look around and just don't just grab the first thing you see. Retail's for suckers.
Stay back for 1 second. I gotta turn this my air conditioning off. It's too loud.
Do 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 do.
I mean, I don't hate retail, but it's not really for me.
Yeah.
I'm a cheap ass. I mean, I like Big Lots. I like their prices. They're more of a bargain store, but like GameStop retail, ugh.
Yeah, it's expensive.
I don't even look at GameStop as a bargain place. It's so pricey.
Yeah. Some stuff, I mean, I guess some modern games you can get good deals on. Like you got a couple good deals on some stuff there.
Yeah.
Modern wise, like clearance.
Some stuff is on sale sometimes, but not often.
I got some Switch game there that was pretty good. That was pretty cheap, and I looked around and oh yeah, this is once in a while they'll have some kind of a good deal there. You just have to, you got to look. And definitely, usually on Black Fridays when GameStop is actually not bad.
Yeah, Black Friday they're popping.
But you're not going to get, like I said, you're not going to get no retro systems there. You're going to get the latest systems. And there's nothing wrong with that.
I told the guy flat out, I'm like, if you sold retro, I'd come back more often. He was silent.
Yeah.
I'm
Well,
like,
I
sell
actually heard,
retro, I'll come back.
I don't know if they're doing it in our Michigan area, but I heard GameStop was gonna some of their stores. They're actually they have more retro stuff because they know it's popular.
About damn time.
But isn't there? I think there's some of them. I've seen one of them have like a little case, and they'll sell just a few little like, they might sell a Super Nintendo or N64 game. Some
Even
of
if
them,
I didn't even if I didn't buy anything, it would just be cool to go in there to look at it. Like, you know what I mean?
yeah. But that's not what they're about right now. But times are changing. Like retro is hot right now.
Times are changing, but we're going backwards.
I know. It's kind of
sad.
Yeah.
No one likes the new shit.
Yeah.
I want my old shit back.
It's kind of dumb.
Even records are coming back in style. Records.
Yeah, it's kind of dumb. It's just dumb
nostalgia.
How people
nostalgia, bro. Nostalgia.
Yeah. No, I'm just saying it's kind of dumb how people just like give up on it and all of a sudden they're like, yeah, it's awesome now. It's so cool. Like I've always enjoyed the retro stuff no matter what.
People are kind of stupid. That's why people are going with, I don't know.
It's like when retro was really cheap, nobody wanted it. Nobody cared. But all of a sudden now people want it.
This is worth money.
Yeah. But it's like I've been a fan of it since day one.
Same here, but we're kind of a rare breed.
Yeah.
Most people just go with what's hip, what's in style, and then they get bored of it. Then they go on with the next trend, collecting, trendy. I've never been trendy. I'm just my own person. I do what I do. I don't care what the latest hip Call of Duty is. I don't care if, you know what I mean? Like, I just buy what I want and I like what I like. That's maybe I'm weird. I don't know.
Yeah.
So let's go back to the whole digital versus physical. I mean, overall, I'm going to say this. A physical, you can look at, you got the artwork, you can put it on a shelf. Awesome. It's always there. If you take care of it, it could last forever. Like I still have games from the 90s that are in mint condition that still work. So I don't want to hear this excuse of, oh, those discs, the haters out there that say that back up digital. Oh, those discs aren't going to last forever. They're going to disintegrate. And no, I still have games from the 90s, PS1 games that work fine. So I'm convinced if you take care of your stuff, it will last.
Yeah.
And if it's lasted over 30 years, I'm pretty sure it will last even longer. Who knows? Maybe they will disintegrate or die or whatever, but that won't be till after I'm dead anyways, so I don't care.
Yeah, it can last for a while.
I've heard haters go, those discs aren't gonna last. I'm like, take care of your shit, and they will.
Yeah, and it's not like we play it every fucking day.
Exactly. Like we ain't 12 anymore.
Yeah, it's like we have, we're busy. I mean, I work. It's like I barely have time sometimes. Like I'm not playing them all the time, just once in a while.
I play for maybe an hour or two and I'm done. That's about it. That's adulthood. Play for an hour or two, watch a movie, hour or two, done.
Yeah.
And go back to Facebook talking to friends.
Or I get stuck in the YouTube world.
Oh, I'm a big YouTube guy too.
Because I have certain people I follow on there, and they're getting latest videos, and it's like, ooh, I need to catch this video.
I watch more YouTube than TV.
Yeah, That's how it's been for me lately. Like I just lay in bed and watch YouTube. I even fall asleep with that shit on. It's just soothing to me.
YouTube and porn. No. Pornhub.com. Brought to you by Video Game. I don't know. I just feel like a physical experience is cooler. You go to the store, it's a trip, it's an experience. People forgot how people don't care anymore. They're just like, I'd rather sit home and buy it on my TV screen. It's like, that's not the same. Not the same. Like, I get it. Stores are crowded. I don't like going to the store all the time. People piss me off. Bad customer service. I get that. But I don't know. To me, it's worth it to just to get my game and to buy it and see it and put it on my shelf. To me, it's worth it.
Yeah.
That's how we grew up. Like we're from the 90s. We're from a whole different era than these people now. I don't know.
Yeah, no, I agree.
So, I mean, I don't know. I don't like relying on the cloud and where it's going. They could take it down. And with video games, oh my God, like you gotta rely on like all this like internet servers. Like I don't trust it. I really don't. I know like if your hard drive dies, you could get a new hard drive and then log in your PSN or Xbox account, and then it's still saved. But I just don't trust that ever, like in long run.
Yeah.
Like you've seen PlayStation, they're going to take down the PS3 store. What about all those PS3 games we bought? Oh, you could re-download that on PS4. What if I don't want a PS4? You know what I mean? Like, what if I don't want to upgrade to PS? What if I just want to keep my PS3 and my PS3 dies, and then what? I can't access the PlayStation Store on PS3.
Yeah.
Like that's bullshit.
Yeah, the Wii store's down, the Wii U store's down now. I get it.
I don't like it. I'm like, no, thanks. I bought something, I should have it till the day I'm dead. That's my opinion. Maybe I'm a loser, but I like to keep what I actually bought.
Yeah, I would say. I mean, I get what people, with gaming. I get why they just do the downloads, but I'm more of a physical guy. I like to hold it. I like to see it. That's just how I am. I don't give any hate to anyone that is a digital person, even when it comes to movies. It's just not for me.
But Mark, the disc could get scratched.
Well, I'll try to take care of it, and if it does, I'll take it to my local disc replay for $5. They can clean it up.
But Mark, disc replay is not going to last forever. What are you going to do then?
Well, I guess I'll have to buy a kit for myself, and I'll have to clean it.
But Mark, what if your house burns down? What about that? You ever think about that with physical?
Well, if my house burns down, I'm not going to be doing anything. Period.
To me, there's more negatives with digital. I get it. There's a convenience to digital. There's a lot of conveniences, but there's more negatives. Am I wrong?
All right.
There's more negatives.
Yeah. To me,
yeah, you don't got to go to the store. Yeah, it's stored on a cloud. Yeah, it doesn't take up a bunch of room. Some people aren't hoarders, but I don't know. Relying on Wi-Fi and the cloud, and they could take it down anytime. I don't know.
To me, I think it brings character to the room. Like I like showing people all my movies and stuff. Like it's not an eyesore to me. It's not in the way. It brings, it just brings my little studio apartment all together.
I agree. Some people aren't into it though. They're like, I don't want a bunch of crap everywhere. It's like, who cares? Like, I like stuff. I like knickknacks and looking at maybe. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of people who just they're not into buying movies, period, and they just like to, which I'm not giving any hate to them. And you do what you want to do, but they're satisfied with just Netflix and with all these other apps and stuff, and that's cool. But
That's fine, but that's not us.
that's not me. I mean, I wouldn't mind if I wouldn't mind watching, you know, Amazon and all those. Like, there's some cool things on there, but that's not going to be my source, my ultimate one source for movies. I don't need that stuff because I have a collection. But yeah, they have
Right.
awesome TV shows on there. They have some really cool stuff, and I would watch it. And I do watch some of it because, you know, a couple.
The thing is, Netflix is hot right now in streaming, but 10 years from now, are they going to be around?
Yeah, that's true.
It could go on to the next big thing, and apps could die. Like physical died. No one ever thought that physical would die. And now we're in this streaming era. What about after streaming? What's going to come after streaming? Then what about all those movies you bought digital? Is digital going to die someday? Time goes on, you know?
Yeah.
Think about the long run, people. Nobody thinks about the long run. Everyone just goes up what looks cool and what's flashy. Oh, everybody think about the long run here, people. Use your brain.
Yeah.
Cause like even in Best Buy, there those all-in-one computers, how there's no tower anymore. It's just a screen.
Yep, I know what you mean.
And I'm thinking the girl's like, we don't sell towers that much anymore. We're going with all-in-ones. I'm like, well, what if the screen breaks though? You could drop the screen.
It don't matter. That's just how they do it.
Right, but I'm thinking for me as a customer, what if the screen breaks? Then I'm screwed. Then I have to buy then I got to get the screen replaced. I would rather buy a tower because then I could just, if my monitor breaks, I could just go to Salvation Army, pick one up for what, $10 now?
Yeah.
Laying around. See, me, I actually use my damn brain. People don't use their brains anymore. They're just like, oh, well, this is the new hip thing. It's like, yeah, and it's garbage.
Wow. Is that so? They don't sell any towers anymore? Like that's
They do, but they're slimming down.
Wow.
Isn't that weird?
That is weird.
Like Best Buy is weird now, dude. No Blu-rays, no DVDs, no CDs, no towers. It's like, what do you sell?
Yeah, more people just buy laptops now. Like no one wants to be stuck in one place. Laptops are hot right now. That's the way to go.
I used to want a laptop, but once phones got so advanced, I'm like, what's the point of a laptop? I can do everything on my phone.
Yeah, I have a cheap laptop, and once in a while I have to use it, but rarely do I ever have to really use it.
I used to think they were cool because you could like sit in your bed and chat to your friends. I'm like, oh, this is cool. I want one, but they were like $300-$400. I'm like, I couldn't afford it at the time. So I'm like, eh. And then phones got so advanced, you can do everything on a phone you can on a laptop. So I'm like, I have no desire for a laptop anymore.
Yeah.
Even CD drives, computers don't have CD drives anymore. It's all digital. That sucks to me because I have a lot of stuff that's on a CD I would like to use. So now you have to buy a separate external CD drive. Then you got to plug it in. I'm like, that's stupid. Why? It's a computer. I'm paying like all this money and you don't even got a CD drive. What?
Yeah,
no one does CDs anymore, Charles. You're a boomer. Whatever.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna say I'm gonna go me physical. You?
Physical, hands down.
Movies and games or both?
Physical for both.
I'm gonna say this. Movies, I'm half and half. I'm half. Because I I do like streaming too, but it's usually like TV shows and shit like that. I don't know. Or
I
just
mean that stuff I do enjoy. I mean, the streaming is I mean, the Netflix and stuff like that, but Netflix is not, they just don't do movies. They have their own TV series and they have a bunch of really cool ones. So that part is cool. You know, because you don't have to, because I know they sell them like you can, at the store, they'll have like a Netflix original series, like you can buy the complete series, but like you might as well just watch it on Netflix.
right.
So, I mean, so that stuff is really cool. Like they got some really cool TV shows. So that I like. So I like parts of it, but I'm a big collecting person and I'm not going to give that up just because there's a bunch of cool apps.
Well, to
So-
me, I'm half and half, but I'm not buying movies for $20. I'll view it for free. Like Tubi and Pluto TV is free. I don't mind if it's free, but if I have to buy and purchase, I'm not digital. So I'm kind of like half and half.
Yeah, if there's like if there's an older movie and it's free on Tubi, then I probably, and if I'm not like the biggest fan of it, but I just want to see it once or twice, I would probably just watch it on Tubi. I probably want to go and buy it. So
Right.
So that part I get. But some of my favorite movies, like I'm glad to own them.
Now with games, it's like physical, like 90% of me is physical. But if it's free, if it's like on a stream thing, or if someone modded their system and I can play it modded for free,
Or
whatever.
if it's a sports game, I've seen some deals in the past, which is not bad. Like you can get the latest sports game, and if you buy digital, it's like half off the normal price.
That's
Like-
another thing. If it's a sale, like if it's very, very cheap, like $5.99, I won't buy. I wouldn't mind that.
That's a no-brainer. Like if a brand new physical copy of the latest sports game is $60 at fucking Walmart, and it's $30 or $25 or even $20, it's a no-brainer that you're gonna.
That's fine if it's cheap.
Yeah, it's a no,
But when
especially sport games because they make them every year. So it's like if you can get it cheap, go for it cheap. But if it's one of those classic games,
if it's full price, I'm not doing it.
yeah,
I always thought digital would be cheaper in the beginning because I'm like, oh, it's got to be cheaper. And no, they wanted more money than physical. I'm like, are they fucking out of their minds?
yeah. But if they're literally the same price, let's say, so you got your sports game is 60 on digital and it's 60 on physical. I'm gonna buy it on physical all day because you're getting a case out of it, you're getting a disc, and I don't think manuals come anymore, so you're not getting them. You're gonna get the cover of the game.
Yeah, it
But-
kind of bugs me with no manual, but I'm used to it now. It's not a deal breaker. I mean, it's disappointing with no manual, but it's not a deal breaker.
Yeah.
As long as I have the artwork in a case, that's fine. Better than nothing.
Is there anybody watching? I don't even know.
We have 3 viewers. Now we're down to 2, I think.
Nice.
It doesn't matter to me when it's live. I just want it saved on our channel. That's what counts. Because then anybody can watch it anytime.
Yeah, but it's live right now, right? Yeah, it's live right
Yeah,
now. And,
we're live.
yeah. Cool.
All right,
And-
so physical for me, physical for you, correct?
Yes.
All right, cool. And we're not trying to hate digital people. If you're digital, that's great. But
Yeah.
for us personally, we're leaning towards we're kind of old school here.
Yeah, we don't mind doing it. Like I have no problem enjoying it, but I'm also going to enjoy my physical as well, if that makes sense. So like I'm not that type of person that's going to be like, you know what? all these apps and digital is amazing. I don't even need my stuff anymore. I'm gonna sell it. Like that's not gonna happen. I'm gonna be I'm gonna be a physical guy no matter what. I don't mind dabbling in the world of digital and
I don't mind dabbling, but it's not like long lasting to me. I don't know.
yeah, it's not my I'm still gonna be a physical media guy. If it's a movie I really like, I'm gonna get it on 4K. I'm gonna get it on Blu-ray.
I don't mind sacrificing some things, like for room. Like I know, like me and my DVD collection, I have no choice but to toss the cases because I have so many. I have over 1,000 movies. I don't have the room. Like I have so fucking many. I have to get rid of the cases because I have to put them in the sleeve things. But I don't mind doing that because I like it all in a big case and I can travel, you know.
I
But
actually
it's still,
it looks good in the case. Does I have that my wrestling collection. I have no room for it because I have so many DVDs. So I had to sacrifice. I still have all the cases. I didn't throw them out, but they're all stored at my mom's place in the basement. They take up a lot of room.
well, if
But
you got the room, always keep the case. But me, I don't have the room, so it is what it is. But it's still a physical disc, so I don't care. It's still collecting, so I don't care.
it looks so cool in the big binder. Like you've seen it. I've showed you it. It looks damn cool.
Yeah.
And it's all right there. I can just pull when I go over to people's houses, I can pull it out and they can pick what they want to watch.
And the thing is, DVDs are not worth anything. I don't think they'll ever be worth anything.
Yeah. Wrestling DVDs are worth money though.
Most of the
They're
movies
worth
I'm into are common though.
Yeah. The common DVD movies, they're not worth shit, but wrestling is worth some money.
Well, wrestling, I usually keep the case.
Yeah.
Like my steel books, I'll keep the case. TV series, I'll keep the case. But just a standalone common movie like Dumb and Dumber or something like that, I have to toss the case because I don't have the room.
Or Super Bad or yeah, something real common.
Most of the movies I'm into are common. Most. Not all, but most. So it's not like I'm losing money throwing out the case. It's like it's not worth. I don't think they'll ever be. Even VHS tapes are worth what, a quarter?
Yep, that's what you get at Disc Replay.
So it doesn't bug me. Now, if it's a really pricey, rare movie, I ain't throwing out the case. That's stupid. Or like TV series, I like to keep the case because it just looks cool. I don't want to throw. Some of the cases I'll toss, and then others I won't. Depends what it is.
Hell
All
yeah.
right. So let's now dabble into retro gaming versus modern.
Huh.
No, I already know what you're gonna say.
Yeah. Well, yeah. I mean, yeah, retro's my favorite, but I do like the Switch. So the Switch is considered, modern. But to me, I still think the Switch feels more old school to me because it's Nintendo.
Yeah, it does. Honestly, it does. It's kind of updated with the analog sticks and all that, but like it feels more retro.
So that's the closest I get to modern is the Switch or anything that I think Nintendo's great.
The Switch is more simple.
Yeah. That's why I like it. But I'm not into the latest, technology, PS4, PS5. I could care less.
Whoever's viewing right now, leave us a comment. Radio with power. I want to see what happens when someone leaves a comment on here.
In the comments, tell us, are you a retro gamer or are you more of a modern gamer? Or hell, if you're both, it's fine. I mean, Charles Charles is
It's
both.
it's supposed to pop up on the screen, the comments. I don't know if you'll see it, but
I'm not seeing anything.
I don't see anything any yet either. So you're all retro, correct?
Yeah, I mean for the most part, but then I like the Switch. I mean, would you consider that straight retro? The Switch?
Switch?
Yeah,
It's got retro vibes, but it really is a modern system.
yeah. Well, I love the Switch. I think it's really cool.
I knew you would like it because it's more up your alley. You're more of a Nintendo guy.
Yeah.
Nintendo does things differently than the Xbox and PlayStation business wise. They relate to a certain crowd, I feel.
Yeah, because they still got their Mario games, their Kirby, all that stuff. They haven't forgot their roots.
No, they haven't.
They like they have a whole bunch of other games as well, but that's like when you think of Nintendo, that's what you think of. You think of Mario.
Why do you think I hate PlayStation now? Because PlayStation has forgotten their roots. They don't support the past. They just go forward. I don't like that.
No, yeah, PlayStation's more just Call of Duty and whatever's the latest hip. And there's nothing wrong with that because I know a lot of people like it. It's just not, and I've tried playing and it's not I don't like it. I suck at it. I don't care about the kills and all that stuff. It just doesn't appeal to me.
They don't even support like the backwards compatibility, put in a disc in. Like why? Xbox can do it. And people are like, well, because the price would they're trying to lower the price. If you could put the disc in, the price would be higher. It's like, are you kidding me? The thing is $500. The price is already jacked up. Well, the price would be high. No, because Xbox you can put the disc in of 360 and OG Xbox. Xbox is cheaper. What are you talking about?
Yeah. No, I agree.
They're just making up excuses for PlayStation, like, oh, the price, It's like it has nothing to do with the price. They could put the compatibility in there if they wanted to. They don't want to support the past. They don't want you to play the old stuff. They want you to buy the new stuff. That's why they do that. They don't make money off you putting in a PS1 game. They don't make money off that.
No. They made money at one time, but they don't make money anymore, so.
It's like, yeah, they did the PlayStation Classic, which was terrible because Crash Bandicoot wasn't even on it, or Spyro. Like, what the hell is this? You had to mod it just for it to be decent. Which I do love it modded. Modded it's great, but unmodded it's really bare bones. So me, I'm going with if I had to choose, you know me, I played the new stuff and the old stuff. I enjoy it all. But if I really had to choose, retro.
Yeah.
Anything from the Super Nintendo NES era to like PS2, best era to me.
Yes. PS2 was amazing.
Like through that whole era, the Nintendo through the PS2 era, that whole era, best.
The wrestling games were awesome. Just everything was incredible. It was just a good time.
And there was evolution going from Super Nintendo to PS1 was evolution. It was transitioning. Now you don't get that same leap anymore.
And the GameCube, and they had some really good wrestling games, and N64.
The new games that are coming out, like the new systems, are the exact same thing. You notice that? There's not a leap. Like it's still Blu-ray quality, it's still HD. It's like what's new to this system? I mean, oh well, we got faster load times. Big deal.
Yeah,
Fast load.
I fear.
Like how about no load times? That would be better. N64, no load times.
Love the N64.
And then what else? Like I don't know, like the new system, it's not a leap anymore. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean, right?
Yeah,
Like
it's
we
not
went from
it's not enough to justify the price, or
right.
just
We went from 2D Mario like doot doot doot. We went from that to then 3D in the PS1 N64 era, the analog sticks. That was a leap. That was revolutionizing the gaming world. And then we went to the PS2 era where the graphics were like insanely better than PS1, like insanely better. Like and it was a DVD player. Like that was a leap. And then we went to PS3 and it was kind of a leap. I mean, yeah, 360 and PS3 looked a lot better, but like it's still a DVD player. I mean, it's still the okay. And then it was kind of like getting to the point where I was like, yeah, it's kind of a leap, but it was decent. And then we
PS
went
PS3 did have Blu-ray. You could watch Blu-rays on there.
yeah,
That was pretty big. I took advantage of that.
but it didn't sell that well. It wasn't enough to sell it like the DVD player was. Blu-ray didn't sell like DVD did.
Yeah, and to this day, more people buy DVDs than Blu-rays. I mean, 4K and Blu-rays, they're starting to pick up a little steam, but a lot of people still are okay with just buying DVDs.
Because they're cheap asses.
Oh, I'm frozen.
You're not frozen.
I don't see.
Froze?
Huh?
I see you.
Okay. Well, on the screen, I don't see myself. I don't even see myself at all. Weird. All right. We'll
I
just
see.
keep rolling. That's weird.
Yeah, then we went to the PS4 era where it was like the same shit, same graphics almost, same. Yeah. Then they came out with the PS4 Pro, and then that was 4K, and then the Xbox Slim was 4K, so the Xbox One Slim. Then it was kind of getting better, and now we're in the PS5 where it's literally the exact same thing,
Yeah.
but
But
faster load times.
but just so you know, on the screen right now, it's complete on my part, but maybe it's not affecting it. It's completely frozen. The live time is stuck at 51:59. You're just frozen. It's a picture of us right now. So I
Must
don't
be
know.
your phone because it's working fine on mine.
All right, we'll just keep rolling with it because I'm not. It's weird. I don't know what's going on.
Well, this is a free app.
Yeah. Unless I tried.
We didn't have any problems last time.
Yeah, this is weird. This is really strange.
Is it storming by you? It's storming out.
It was earlier, but it's pretty quiet right now.
Well, as long as you keep your position, you're good. I see you. You look straight.
Okay.
So, yeah. I mean, I don't know. I'm going with retro. I mean, I like the modern stuff too. It's cool to see the new graphics. The games look good. I don't want to just play the old stuff forever. It's like eventually you gotta move on. But I'm just saying, if I had to choose, it's retro, man. Retro is the classics. They're classics for a reason. Some of it hasn't aged well, but a lot of them are still fun to play. 4-player action, split screen. Like you don't get that with today's games.
Yeah.
Like some of them you do, but not a lot. Like Halo's still split screen. That's cool. And like there are fun games out there. Like Super Monkey Ball's back. The Mario games are still there. There are fun games, but I feel like it's overclouded with like open world stuff. Like open world is just everywhere now. It's like I don't want to just always play open world crap. Or like Call of Duty is just pushed and pushed. It's like I'm fucking tired of Call of Duty.
Yeah, that's all I ever hear people talk about. You want to play Call of Duty, blah blah blah, and it's like it's fine. Like it's just I'm like, no, I'm not into that. No thanks. I'm not buying no PS5 or PS4 just to play Call of Duty with you after work. Like, I mean, I'm just saying I hear the conversation. Like, they didn't say it directly to me. I just hear people talking about it.
Well, there are some good Call of Duty games, but I played some good ones, but I think they're overrated. I was always more of a Halo guy. I was more of a Perfect Dark, GoldenEye guy over that, or Time Splitters.
I've never been good at games like that. I'm just terrible. But I mean, I have some older ones that I do want to try and see if I get better at it.
Yeah, not everybody's into first-person shooters. They don't like how you can't see their body and stuff.
Yeah, I do better seeing the body.
Third person.
Yeah, third person. But I got Virtual Cop 1 and 2, and I think so that's maybe something I feel like that might be a little easier though.
Well, that's more of a rail shooter.
Yeah. Which those are kind of cool.
Those are easy. You're not moving, it's moving for you.
Yeah. Those are the ones you play, at the arcades, yeah.
Yeah, that's more your style.
Yeah. Hell yeah. So what's the next topic you'd like to talk about?
I'm eating a Reese's, by the way.
Oh, yeah. I don't know what's going on, so I'm literally blind.
So, I mean, I don't know. There's not much else to talk about with the modern versus retro. I mean, we pretty much went over it all. I mean, what else is there to say?
Oh yeah, did you want to talk about the Cody Rhodes situation?
Yeah. So on the last episode of the PowerKast, we talked about WrestleMania 38. We forgot about some matches and moments.
Yeah, it was really late, and we were tired. It was just, and we weren't really prepared. So, we just kind of threw it together, and we did a PowerKast. It was fun.
Somehow we forgot about Cody Rhodes, which I don't know how.
Yeah.
We forgot about the Jackass match.
Which I didn't see that, but I heard it was good. I heard it was just a good old fun time.
And then what else we forget about? I think that was it, right?
I'm sure there's maybe some other match we forgot to mention. I don't know though.
So what did you think about the Cody Rhodes return?
You know what? I mean, I was a little shocked by it, to be honest. It just kind of threw me off because I just felt like it just didn't feel right. But as time kind of went on, I'm actually okay with it now. I mean, AEW has so much guys right now, they really don't need him. So, and if he wants to go back and continue what he finished, more power to him. But at first it stung a little bit. I'm not going to lie. It did sting a little bit. Just because, he talks so much shit about WWE and all the jokes. You know, like when he on the indie scenes, like he was just like, it made it seem like he was never going back. But
he said his favorite wrestler is Triple H. That's what he said.
yeah, but you should never say never. So, and I think with him, I think he always had a chip on his shoulder. I think he wanted to be a bigger superstar in WWE, and you know, with his whole character and stuff. You know, yeah. I forgot what's the name of his character. I got a blank right now. That he didn't like.
Stardust.
Stardust. That's it. Yeah, Stardust.
Oh yeah, who the hell would like that gimmick? The fans. Oh my god, it's a joke.
He didn't like Stardust, and I think
I don't blame him.
And I think what it was is I think it was more like it was almost like, you guys might think this sounds weird, but I almost feel like Vince McMahon was like his father, and his father didn't believe in him. So he kind of like, he said, you know what, Dad, I'm leaving. I'm going to prove to you that I'm the best, that I want your love. I'm going to earn it. So I think that's pretty much what he did. He went and did his craft, and, you know, he went to New Japan. He went to Impact. He found himself, you know, grew as a person, and he got to work with AEW. And one thing I didn't even know, like, he didn't even really want to be part of the executive team. Like, he even admitted, he said, I'm not mature enough for this role. So that's something he didn't want to do. And so he had to go back to prove to Vince and prove to the WWE universe that he was more than just Stardust, you know, and he wants to be champion. That's always been his dream, to be a champion like his dad, like the American Dream.
I felt like, dude, it could have been anybody though, and Vince uses everybody crappy.
Yeah.
Like, okay, Vince didn't believe in the hell's his name? The Bear Cat.
Oh yeah. Keith Lee.
Keith Lee. What did he do with Keith Lee? Like, you know, like, okay. What did he do with
and unfortunately, even AEW isn't doing much with him right now. But how can they? They have this fucking stacked roster that has way too many people, and that's the one thing. I mean, I'm an AEW guy, and I enjoy that company, but I'll admit it, they have a bloated roster, and until they shift some of this talent over onto the ROH talent, it's going to be bloated, and people aren't going to get shots at doing anything. It's just, when you sign that much talent, that's what happens, and that's what AEW has done. I love it, and it's exciting, and it's a fun product, but they have literally signed way too many people right now. So, I mean, let's move some of this talent over to ROH. Let's get a 2-hour deal time slot for ROH.
I just felt like it could have been anybody, not just Cody. It could have been anybody, and Vince doesn't like know how to push talent, and you know, he just wants the same guys over and over. Randy Orton, John Cena, Edge, which are good guys. Oh, I'm not a big Cena guy, but I don't know. I feel like it's the same people.
There's some people that leave WWE that are actually just sick of the business. They're sick of it. They don't want to be around. That's not Cody. Cody left because he had a chip on his shoulder. Cody left because he wanted to prove to them that I am the best. And one day you're going to offer me big money to come back. That's what he wanted to prove. And him going to New Japan and him going to Impact and AEW, this was all just part of his plan to look more interesting for WWE.
Yeah, he just used AEW to get over. Then he goes back to fucking WWE.
And that's the part that stings a little, is that that's the way it feels. But you know, the more I'm thinking now, I don't mind anymore. It's, you know, I'm happy for him. Am I gonna watch the product because he's there? Fuck no, I'm not. I could care less. But it was cool seeing him. You know, WrestleMania. I enjoyed it. That was fun. I'm happy for him. But I'm not gonna start watching him just because he's there. And you know what? There's gonna be other AEW talent that's gonna come over. That's how the business is. And I'm fine with that. And that's healthy competition. We need that. We need talent. You know, there's some WWE guys they're going to get tired. They're going to come to AEW. They're going to come to Impact. Hell, they might go to Japan. And same thing with AEW guys. They're going to get tired. They're going to get tired of not getting pushed or whatever. And they're going to get a nice, hefty contract from WWE. And they'll be knocking on Vince's door. So this is going to, you know, there's going to be more coming. He's not the last one that's going to make the jump over to WWE. That's just how.
I don't know why anyone would want to go back to WWE though, after like how they treat you over there.
Yeah. Well, I think personally, the people that are going to jump over to WWE are people who have never been there.
It's like you got to push yourself in these other promotions just to make it a point to how good you are. And then Vince is realizing how good you are.
Like MJF, he could most likely show up there one day. Wardlow could show up. Adam Page, maybe, you know, like, you never know. Like,
they had to use other promotions just to, you know what I'm saying? Like,
I find it kind of funny. So FTR is on top of the world right now. They're being booked right. They're ROH champion. And I think they're Triple H tag team champion as well. And guess who wants them now? WWE. All of a sudden, they when they were over there, the Revival was their name. They were treated like trash. They started off hot and really cool at NXT. But once they got to the main roster, that was the end of their push. And then now WWE wants them back. So when they're I think their contract's up in a year or two.
That's what I'm talking about. Like, they only want them back because they pushed themselves to actually get, you know what I'm saying? Like, there's
going to be a bidding war. There's going to be a bidding war for them. And, you know, money talks, dude. So we'll see what happens. But I'm just letting you know right now, there's going to be changes. This is not the first AEW star that's going to show up in WWE. And this is not the first WWE star that's going to leave and go to AEW. That's just how the business is. People are going to go.
Like, you're supposed to be the WWE, the biggest company of all time, and you can't even use talent correctly or get them over. They got to use other promotions to get over and prove a point to how good they are, and then you'll use them right. Like, what the hell is that?
Yeah, it don't make sense to me, but that's WWE's logic. And they've done that to many people. I mean, that's just how it is.
The E.
It's like they get sick of the talent. They let them go, and once they start making a name for themselves, then they bring them back and they pay them more money. It's just how it is.
I get it. It's a business. I get it, but I think WWE sucks.
And I didn't see the Jackass moment, but I heard it was pretty funny. It was some good stuff. Just, I'll let you talk more about that.
The Jackass match, it was actually a lot funnier and better than I thought it was gonna. I thought it was gonna be terrible. I thought it was pretty entertaining. Like, Wee Man came, Wee Man, the small guy.
No.
He did a fucking power slam to a guy. Like, I'm talking, this guy's like 3 foot tall or something.
Yeah, I saw that.
That was funny. Party Boy came out with a thong on. I'm like, dude, Party Boy. Hell yeah. That was kind of cool. Let's see, Party Boy. Steve-O wasn't. I was surprised Steve-O wasn't there.
Yeah, that is weird.
Maybe he was busy. I don't know. But honestly, I thought it was gonna be crap. I'm like, this is gonna be stupid. And I'm a big Jackass fan, but stuff like this is just corny to me. But like, it was actually one of the most entertaining matches of the night. There was mouse traps. There was fucking just a bunch of stuff. So it definitely was Jackass. Johnny Knoxville. I'm sure he just did this match to promote the new Jackass movie, which is great.
Yeah,
I did like the movie, so that was cool.
smart
So
on their. It's smart on their part. Great chance to get advertising.
yeah,
And then people will be like, okay, this is the Jackass movie. We're definitely we're gonna have to invest and go to the movie theater.
we're gonna have to invest in that movie. And then you see it, it's fucking crazy.
Yeah. Well, some people like that. They like that stuff.
Yeah, but it would be hilarious if someone doesn't know what Jackass is and then goes to watch it.
Yeah.
Like, what the fuck did I just watch?
I'm sure most people know what Jackass is.
You never know, dude. There could be new people out there watching wrestling for the first time. Like, what's Jackass? I'm
Yeah.
gonna check this out. And it's a bunch of penises and blood and hockey pucks to the balls. I know you're not a big Jackass guy, but I show you some clips. I'm like, come on, you gotta admit, this was a good clip.
Some of Jackass is funny, and then some of it's just disgusting. And
You had to like the hockey thing. The hockey, that was badass.
the hockey thing was funny. I don't like just when you already know the stuff I don't like.
Yeah.
I don't push the envelope on some of the stuff. I don't know. Some of it's funny, but to me, it's just I've never been a fan of people getting hurt. Like to me, that's just not my entertainment.
Well, wrestlers get hurt.
Yeah. Well, I mean that's because that's part of the match. It's part of the match. Where this is just like, oh, this guy's gonna get hit by a bull, and you're supposed to laugh at this moment. This real moment where he's thrown up in the air and he has a fucking concussion from it, or or this spider is gonna bite him, or I'm gonna give myself a paper cut.
Yeah, it's not a sport. Like me, I like watching contact sports because I like to feel the pain in the sport because it's a sport. It's like two people fighting. That's different to me.
Or I don't know, like, or I remember seeing one clip like there's this big fat dude and he lands into a cactus and he's got fucking prickies all over his body. Like how's that funny? To me, I don't think that's hilarious.
A lot of it's disgusting.
Yeah.
I've seen people comment on it on Facebook, like, get this off my Facebook. This is fucking disgusting. This movie's sick. Like, other people are like, well, then don't comment.
Yeah. I mean, some of it's funny, and then some of it's just like dumb. Or like them throwing up, and it's like I don't want to see fucking Steve-O throw up all the time.
Yeah, I mean, I was a big fan of the show. The show is not that extreme, if you remember the show.
The movies are more extreme.
Yeah, the movies are like, they go all out. It's like a pay-per-view version.
Or like him. I think he swallowed some toy car and then he pooped it out of his ass, like, or what? I don't know what he fucking did, but that shit, and they're just laughing. Like that's not funny to me. That's stupid.
Yeah.
Like, I don't want to see this car being pulled out of your ass or whatever the fuck you're doing. Like, or poop. I think he's pooping the car out or something.
I don't know. The show wasn't as extreme. They would blurry stuff out, but they did some sick, gross shit on the show too on MTV. Like one episode, Johnny Knoxville puts his hand up a horse's ass and like gets cum out of it. Like, oh my god, it's gross.
Stupid.
They would blurry a lot of stuff.
I really like Grandma's Boy though. I thought that was hilarious.
Grandma's Boy?
Or is it no, Grandpa's Boy. Isn't it Grandpa's Boy or something? I meant Grandpa's Boy.
Oh, Bad Grandpa.
Bad Grandpa, that's it.
That was a good one.
Yeah, I like that. Sorry, I got that mixed up. But
you would have really liked Action Point. Action Point actually had a story to it. If you ever get a chance, watch Action Point.
That one was funny. It was more them just doing funny stuff to make people uncomfortable. But they weren't physically like hurting themselves and being over the top. Like that one was hilarious. But would I own it? No, but I thought it was funny. I enjoyed seeing it.
Honestly, after the early 2000s, Jackass, like it was popular for the first couple movies, and then once like Jackass 3 came out and like their other stuff, it was dying down. It's not as popular anymore. Now, since they released this new one, Forever, they've actually gaining a little bit more popularity again. So it's kind of getting its spark back.
Oh, I heard so much people talk about it.
Yeah,
I hear a lot of people say it's funny, but at the same time they're like it's so fucking gross, or they're like it's so fucking stupid, but they're like it's hilarious. It's so funny.
I'm gonna say this right now is the craziest movie I've seen this year. Like that's the craziest fucking movie I've seen this year.
Yeah. Wasn't there one point where they had spiders bite them or something?
Yeah, they've always done that with animals.
And were they like poisonous spiders or what? Or just
I don't know. There's snakes in there, fucking everything.
They actually bit them? The snakes actually bit them?
Oh, yeah, snakes always done that.
Yeah.
Bite their dicks and shit. Like, oh my god, fuck that.
Like, how's that funny? I just don't like. How's it funny? A snake biting your dick? Like, I don't.
Because in the scenes, they're scared. They're like, there's this one guy. He's like, dude, you can tell he's freaking out. Like,
yeah, but I just don't. I guess it's just me. I don't see why that would be so funny. Like, why I would be laughing. I don't know. That's just me, I guess.
Yeah, it's not for everybody.
Yeah.
But the Jackass match, I'm gonna say it was entertaining. So it is what it is. I liked it. And as far as Cody, I don't know. I think Cody's a bitch. That's just me. If you like Cody, cool. But I think, yeah, you can go to different promotions, but the way he did it like that, and like I don't know, I think he's kind of a bitch because he talked all this shit and AEW people said we wouldn't have made it, blah blah blah. He did all these, and then now you go back, like it rubbed me the wrong way.
Yeah.
And I get it. People are gonna make fun of people like me. Oh, you're AEW Mark. Blah. No, I just think he's kind of a bitch. I watch all kinds of wrestling, and he did all these. If he didn't do all the promos about AEW, he was a part of the team, trash and Triple H's throne. If he didn't do all that and then went back to WWE, I would have been like, whatever.
Yeah, it would have made sense if he wasn't like an executive part of the team. And like in the beginning, like he did, I don't know if you remember, he did that promo like it was like the Exorcist, and he had like this tattoo, the WWE tattoo was appearing on him, and he's like, make it go away, and like they were like trying to save him and stuff. You know what I mean? Like he was doing all these promos and skits.
Did they actually air that on Dynamite?
I think it might. I don't know if that was. I think that might have been just at the first. You know how they had the very first show before they even signed with AEW. it might have showed up on there.
Oh, so it was old.
Yeah, I think it was before AEW was it was like before AEW was a thing. It was like him and the Young Bucks were doing funny skits and stuff.
Yeah, then he goes back. Like, I don't know.
Yeah.
I
No,
like
at
when
first
Shaq,
I was upset, but then I realized, I mean, do I really? And he even brought this up, like, do we really want to see Cody Rhodes as a 16-time TNT champion? Because that's all he can do. Because if you remember, early in his AEW career, he had a match that if he lost, he couldn't ever go for the world title. So already that he was booked to never be world champion, which I don't know. I don't know if he might have a part of that. I mean, that might have, because I think in the beginning he had more freedom over his character. So I don't know, but it's like, if you want to go back, go ahead, but you're not.
like when Shaq called him a blonde hair, but he's like, "You're a blonde hair girl." Remember Shaq?
Yeah.
I'm like, yeah, he kind of is a blonde hair bitch.
I think he wanted the big money too, and Tony Khan was bringing in all the big talent, and Cody wasn't going to get that money, but now he's getting that money. So it worked. I guess it worked out for him because WWE needs a big star. So
Yeah, he's getting that money right now.
yeah,
Is that gonna last? Or are they gonna fucking throw it under the bus later on? Like, haha.
well, he's got guaranteed. I mean, he's got guaranteed money no matter what. So even if
it's kind of risky, but
even if they, I don't know how long his contract is, but even if he decides, or even if they decide we're not keeping you around, we're going to release you, he's going to get that money no matter what. So
he has guaranteed contract like WCW or whatever.
yeah, I'm pretty sure he's guaranteed.
Well, he's been really, from what I've seen, he's been doing great in WWE. I'm proud of him.
He left, and
he
he did leave on good terms with AEW. So
I thought he left on bad terms.
no, I mean he didn't leave it. No, he told everyone that he loved working for AEW, and it was just time for him to go back and finish what he wanted to do. So I mean, I've heard different things. I don't know what's true, but I heard him and Tony Khan just had a disagreement on how the company was being ran. I heard, Cody Rhodes wanted more freedom. He wanted more money. But then they both kind of just, I think it's one of those things where you leave and you're disappointed, but, AW fans are disappointed. Tony Khan might have been disappointed, but it's like, well, if you feel it's right, best of luck to you. But he's not talking shit about AEW. He's being very careful. He's not saying anything bad, because he doesn't want to make the same mistake he made when he was talking shit about WWE. So, because he's smart.
I get it. People talk shit, they regret it, they make mistakes, but I don't know. I'm proud of him.
He had a chip on his shoulder. He just wanted to go back and finish what he started, and you can't blame the guy. He wants the money. He wants the. Now that it's kind of set in, now I'm kind of realizing that it's okay. He can do this, and I realize this is not going to be the first star to jump ship. So
I'm over it anyways. At first, I was a little like, he's a bitch. I was kind of a little bit pissed, but now I'm like, I don't care. I don't care what he's doing.
I mean, everyone was kind of hurt in the beginning, but now it's just like he can do his thing, do what he wants.
And now it's, I don't know, what else was I gonna say? I was gonna say something. Lost my train of thought. Oh, this is classic Monday Night War stuff, though, dude.
Yeah, it is.
Jumping ship. Like, this is literally like this generation's version of the Monday Night War.
There's more coming. That's what I'm saying. Like, once some of these contracts are up in AEW, there's going to be. This is not the first person that's going to be jumping ship.
Personally, I would never go back to WWE ever because they're the poison and toxic.
I got a feeling Brian Cage. I have a feeling that he might jump ship because he's a big guy, big, strong, muscular guy. He's what Vince wants. Definitely Wardlow. I'm sure Vince is drooling at the mouth for Wardlow. That's his type of wrestler. And
I just feel like if you got to be extremely lucky to make it big in WWE.
Yeah.
Like, you can have all the talent in the world, you're pushed on NXT, then once you make it to the main roster, it's like, well, if you're lucky, you'll make it big.
And I'm not saying that they're going to get this wrestler, but he's going to be the hottest free agent. Is MJF. When his contract is up, man, he's going to get some huge offers because he's so young and he's so talented as a heel. Like, he's something special. That's all I know.
Oh, MJF?
Yes.
At first, I didn't really like MJF. I'm like, I don't know if I really like this gimmick. Like, he's like a snobby-ass rich kid.
But it's perfect.
Well, I like it now. Like, I've watched his matches, and like I like him now. But at first, I'm like, I don't know, this guy's kind of annoying. But the more I've watched him, the more I started to get into him.
I like the minute I saw him, I liked him. He's the definition of a heel. He's heel all the time. He never breaks character. You don't see that in the business anymore. Like, no. I've seen him show up at signings and he's giving the finger to kids. Like, he don't give a fuck.
PG Punk.
Yeah, he don't give a fuck. And yeah. So I think he's really good, and there's gonna be a huge bidding war for him. So just wait and see.
He gave kids the middle finger.
Yeah, he did.
Oh my god.
Yeah, I saw some.
He'll never make it in WWE.
I saw some clip on Facebook, and the dad didn't care. I mean, he was right there. He was laughing, and the little girl just gave him a finger back. Like, she, everyone knows it's just his gimmick. It's just
Thing is, how do you go from AEW to like doing all this, I'm the shit, fuck you and everybody, to going to WWE where you can't do that? And then you feel like, I don't know.
Well, he may not even go. He may not even go to WWE. It's just, this is going to be a bidding war, and this might push AEW to give this guy big money. And I think he's got 2 years left on his contract, so AEW has 2 years to impress him and just kind of show him that this is the place you got to be. So we'll see what happens.
He went from going PG. Remember, he's dissing CM Punk for being PG.
Yeah.
You can't do that and then go to WWE where it's PG. It's like, dude, that just makes you look kind of like weak.
Yeah. I'm just telling you, I wouldn't be surprised if he does it for the money. People will swallow their pride for money.
Have fun being PG and going nowhere.
You're right.
I don't know. I care more about the wrestling business and making wrestling good again. And if I'm getting paid decent, I don't care.
Yeah.
That's just me, though. Maybe I'm stupid, but
yeah. But that's pretty much it when it comes to the Cody Rhodes situation and just our thoughts on AEW.
I think I would do it for the money and the wrestling business. I care about both, not just how much money I'm making. Like, I actually care about the wrestling business too and where it's going. So I would stay with AEW even if I was making a little less. For the sake of the wrestling business, I would stay, and I'd be like, no, WWE is fucking poison.
Yeah.
That's just me, though. I don't always care about. I mean, I like money, but if it's just a little less, it's not that big of a deal.
Yeah.
Like, I feel like Cody was just making a little less. Like, dude. Now, if you were making like really shitty money, I could understand, but just a little bit less, like, come on.
Yep, I agree.
Like, AEW treated you really good, bro. WWE, like, they dropped the ball with you, and you're gonna, I don't know, whatever.
Yeah, boy. We'll see what his path is like.
Like, he's doing good in WWE just because of AEW and all these other promotions. That's the only reason. WWE had nothing to do with his stardom right now. Nothing. Nothing.
Yep. No, they didn't. Because
That was all Cody and AEW. So you can thank AEW, not WWE.
Yeah, they saw him as a mid-carder.
Yep. Kind of like how Christian was a mid-carder until he went to TNA and proved he was a main event guy.
Yeah. Well, I mean, Cody leaving, that's what made him who he is. When he went to Japan, that was the biggest thing that happened to him, was going to Japan and being part of the Bullet Club.
Well, Japan, TNA, and AEW kind of pushed him there.
Yeah, all of them, they kind of pushed them together.
I mean, I get it, though. I'm not going to be, like I said, I'm not salty. I don't care. I really don't. Like, WWE, he can do what he wants. I'm over it. Don't care. So, but if we're talking about the subject of Cody Rhodes, that's how I feel. But
Yeah. So, yeah. Cool. Probably going to wrap it up now. But that was a good episode.
I mean, we went over everything, right?
Yep.
Radio with power. All right. Oh, Jen's home.
Perfect timing.
Well, this has been the PowerKast Progression, episode number 3. Hope you guys enjoyed the episode. Stay tuned for more episodes of the PowerKast right here on Video Game XD. I'm Charles Reed.
This is your boy, Marky Marc.
See ya. Radio with power.
The PowerKast Progression.